Hello, my name is Karina Osorio. I am 41 years old, mother of 4 children. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my professors and staff for guiding me through this journey. I am truly blessed, and it is a dream come true to stand here today about to complete my bachelor's degree. I have been in the medical field for 21 years. I started as a receptionist and worked my way up into management. I currently work for a family practice. I oversee 26 employees, and I have been with the company for 10 years. I would love to eventually move up to a upper management position with them, like a regional director or executive director. There are 4 aspects of this video that I need to discuss with you. One is, who was I as a leader at the beginning of the Apply Major course? 2, what did I learn as I was completing each class? Who am I now as a leader? And as a leader, where do I go from here? Who was I as a leader at the beginning of the program? Well, as a current practice manager, I'll admit I approached the program with confidence, thinking I knew all there was about management and dealing with employees. I couldn't imagine that there was anything else I could possibly learn that I hadn't already experienced. However, I was immediately blown away by all the methods, techniques, and most importantly, the appropriate ways to handle each situation. The curriculum prepared me with not only analytical techniques, but also prepared me to be an ethical leader. The organizational leadership program helped me realize that I was underdeveloped. I thought I possessed what it took to be a successful leader. It helped me identify which leadership traits I possess, which I consider my leadership style to be authoritative style, firm but fair, and coaching, which helps encourage employees to develop their strength and improve their performance. I follow policies by the book. For example, if an employee had 3 unexcused absences and policy stated employee needed to receive a corrective action, then that's what I would do as a manager. I would write up the employee. I really didn't analyze the situation. I just went by protocol, more like a robot, I would say. In Issues in Organizational Leadership, this course offers an overview of issues related to organizational leadership, including the definitions of organizations, theories of leadership, and the characteristics and behaviors of leaders. In this course, I learned the difference between traits and process viewpoints on leadership, emotional intelligence, and difference between the manager and a leader. I learned how you as a leader can create an ethical organizational culture. Stages of team development. Another thing I took away from this course is that supportive communication is a form of interpersonal communication that, 1, helps managers communicate accurately and honestly to employees while preserving a positive relationship. 2, allows one to address problems while enhancing the relationship. In data-driven decision making, this is a 2-course class, which it was based on quantitative data. It focused on accounting, finance, economics. This course helped me identify challenges and goals, how to impact performance. Taking the data-driven approach to instructional decision-making requires us to consider alternative instructionals and assessment strategies in a systematic way. Data can provide insights that help you answer your key business questions, such as, how can I improve customer satisfaction? Data leads to insights. Business owners and managers can turn to those insights into decisions and actions that improve the business. This is the power of data. In the project, I start with strategy. Identified unanswered business questions, find the data to answer the questions, identified what data you already have, and work out if the efforts are justified. I have to say that this was a very hard course to do. The workbook was very hard, but it was challenging, and I'm glad I went through it. Now, on behavior, ethics, and leadership, this is a 2-term course which provides examination on ethics in the workplace and the role of organizational leaderships and fostering ethical behavior. In this course, I learned that an effective leader influences followers to attain the goals of the organization. In addition, effective leaders work in an effective manner and go along with the work-related needs of the followers. Allow no excuses. Make sure that no one is exempt from meeting the ethical standards that are adopted. Maintain the status of ethics as a total absolute in the organization. Hold everyone accountable, with no exceptions. Also be proactive ethical leader, championing high ethical conduct and emphasizing prevention. I learned that managers should talk about what positive ethics looks like in a practice as often as they talk about it, to avoid to be a consistent. I also learned that a leader should not only be intelligent with general problem-solving capacity, but should also possess high integrity and character, equally concerned with ends, doing the right thing, and means doing rightly. In the Pinto Ford case study, I learned that Ford engaged in an ethical dilemma by deciding not to bother with the alteration of the cars. The company compared with two comparable things, financial profits and people's lives and safety. In this regard, it was more an issue of morality rather than ethics. Morality implies not doing harm, while ethics propagates doing well. By not considering how harmful their actions could be, Ford then behaved immorally. This was a very interesting case, and I really enjoyed doing this case, and I actually talked to my colleagues and the people at work about it when I do my staff meetings. The next one is leadership theory. This two-term course focuses on leadership role within the principles and practice of management of organization. What I took away from this course is that leading is an art of influencing and motivating people to perform in a manner to achieve a common goal. The sum total of a leader roles, tasks and responsibilities and interpersonal influences constitutes leadership. Effective leaders have to work ceaselessly and communicate with the people to motivate them in an effective and efficient manner. I learned about the different leadership theories such as behavioral, contingency, charismatic, transactional, and transformational. I also realized and concluded that as a leader, you can have more than one of these traits to be an effective leader. I really enjoyed the SWOT project analysis very much. I was able to assess the strengths and weaknesses of an organization and come up with an improvement plan. In theory 2, I had to write a process implementation plan. This allowed me to formulate a plan and then give step-by-step detail analysis on how to accomplish the plan. In leading change, this course offers in-depth analysis of prevalent issues related to organizational change. In this class, I learned how to define activities and roles to manage and control change during the execution and control stage of the project. Successful change leaders understand that transformation often starts with denial and judgment. These are the natural part of the process. In the project change management plan, I had to outline a strategy and list the changes I wanted to make and implement in the organization. There are 3 ways to lead to effectively leading change. 1, be clear about the purpose for the change and paint a picture for the new reality. If leaders fail to communicate clearly why change is needed, the change effort will suffer both from lack of focus and also from a lack of compelling reasons for the organization to participate in change process. 2, understand and communicate the complexity of the change. 3, take the time to help people see why the change it's necessary now. And if you do it effectively, your followers will follow you, and they will make you an effective leader. And we will all do a good job for our organization. In the Capstone, on the 2-term course, this one, in the Capstone 1, I had to interview 2 upper management leaders and choose an organization for a strategic case study. I interviewed a vice president and a regional director. It was an interesting project. They were both very similar in their responses and how they executed their leadership style. I was able to conclude that both leaders lead by respect, transparency, trust, and they wouldn't ask their staff to do something that they were not willing to do themselves. Which is to lead by example. I did a case study on the financial firm and realized that it's not the field that I would like to pursue. I think I'm going to stay in the healthcare industry for sure. There were too many numbers. Finance is not the thing for me. It's not. I appreciated the course, but I'm definitely going to stay into. I'm going to stay with in the healthcare industry. In Capstone II, I was able to reflect on the organizational leadership journey as a whole by presenting this video to you. And 3, describe yourself as a leader now. I am days to completing the organizational leadership programs, and I consider myself a more knowledgeable versus practical. I have caught myself many times referring back to the case studies and lectures of the program. I feel confident with leading change in an organization. I now have all the tools I need in order to lead effectively and implement change when needed. I am a transformational leader who shows integrity and know how to mentor my employees. I highly believe in delegating. If you don't learn to trust your team with that vision, you might never progress to the next stage. It is important to remember that trusting your team with your idea is a sign of strength, not weakness. Delegating tasks to the appropriate departments is one of the most important skills you can develop as an organization grows. Also, when you delegate tasks, you're transforming an employee for growth. I now do weekly hurdles, monthly staff meetings in order to have an effective communication. And finally, where do you go from here? What do you need to do to continue your leadership journey? The Organizational Leadership Program has provided the tools that I need in order to move up within the organization. I currently work for Texas Health Resources, which is a branched out of Texas Health Physicians Group, and would love to move up to a regional director position. I believe we never stop learning. Therefore, I will continue with my journey at Texas A&M to complete my master's degree in management. Thank you.